Greetings everyone, welcome back, it's Fleo, and today we have another SoRare video. Now, SoRare ran into a couple issues with one game specifically that really affected scoring because it wasn't properly filmed. So they delayed for 2 days their rewards, meaning we have game week 354 tomorrow, and I haven't even made my game week 352 rewards or my game week 354 lineup. So I'm going to do both of those quickly today, get those through. So if we go to play, if we go to prize pool, nope, if we go to game week 252 first, we can see I entered 3 leagues, and if we go to my teams, we can see that, or where was it, leaderboards? Nope, overview? Yeah, right here, overview. I needed to be top 500 for America, did not place. Top, I think 1,200 for under 23, did not place. In top like 2,000 or something like that for All-Star, did not place. But I did place very well in the casual. I think that's top 50%, if I'm not mistaken. So I will be getting a new reward right here, as you can see. So today, I mean, my lineup's played all right. If we go to my teams, my American lineup, as I stated, could have been a little better if I started Corey Burke, but we're learning. My common lineup plays really well in my mind. One tough start, and if we go to my training, we have a defender that could have subbed in 46 rather than, I think it was 41. A little more in that sense. 60, oh wow, so Joseph Scally, but I never would have started him, no offense. So I don't think I made a terrible decision. I could have placed a little better with him in, but either way, that's a brilliant lineup I put together. So I'm very happy with that. And with that being said, let's get into our Tier 1 common rewards. And it is another goalkeeper. All right, this is becoming slightly an issue because I have so many common goalkeepers. I needed another defender. Now, it's all right. We'll check him out. I really did want a defender. But if we go to our SoRare data, Joe Willis. Seems like a fake name, honestly. Joe Willis. Is he an MLS goalkeeper? He is. Okay. That is honestly pretty good because if I get into the realm where I then go for a rare MLS lineup, I then have a goalkeeper that I do not need to buy. Now, of course, I do have some limited goalkeepers, but depending on where I want to put players, in what sense, in what nature, I very well could put together an all-right rare lineup. So, with that being said, SO5 scores, he's been scoring okay, almost in the 70-plus range, but still a pretty good score right there. In that, is that a win? In a loss. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, that's a win. I can't tell, actually. Either way, that's not bad. It's not terrible. I really was hoping for a defender. But now we can go into my game week 254 lineups. Now, I'm mid-game week 253, so I haven't checked that in any way. But if we go to my teams, my common lineup, Allison was not playing. Now, if we go to, we'll just go to edit. Allison, if we can see, used. Ooh, maybe I start Joe Willis. I'm starting our guy Joe Willis, actually. There we go. I'm glad I checked. Averaging a little more. He's playing Salt Lake's been playing well lately. I lied. I'm staying with Peter for this week at least. But I'm throwing in Sasa, who had a pretty decent week last week and scoring well. Moussa Dembele, Mahoud Dahoud, and Jean Lukumi, who kind of let me down last week, but overall, I think this is a pretty decent lineup nonetheless. If we check out the matchups, actually, is the one thing I wanted to check as well. Bruges is a very good club. This was going to be a difficult matchup, and if we go to used, I have a couple other options, but they don't quite compare, and Mainz, if that's how you pronounce it, is in a sense good as well in comparability to Bruges, so no worries there. Then Köln, who I think that's a decent matchup for my midfielder there, and then attackers, Augsburg, promising matchup in my mind, and then Reims for Moussa Dembele. I like this lineup. I like this lineup a lot, and I'm very excited. First one, I haven't had Allison in a while. Now for my American lineups, David Ochoa did not end up starting last week. Now he totally could start this week, but I didn't want to risk it again until he does. So we're going Earl Edwards, Graham Zusi. I had a tough decision here. I was really deciding between Graham Zusi and Antonio Carlos. Couple other, I think, defender Dave Romney had as an option, but that's what I went with, Graham Zusi. Then Paxton Pomykal as my midfielder again. Zardes, he got hurt. I do not know how intense his injury is. Maybe I'll look that up in a moment. But he did score again, so he's had 3 goals in the 2 games he's played, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 2 goals in 2 games he's played. And then Tristan Blackman, who's been playing unreal lately. Now, he does have a tough matchup in LAFC, but we will check out. And then my under-23 lineup, Ochoa in there again. Honestly, the same lineup we start every week. Pretty okay lineup. Luke Brower's carries, in a sense. We never get close to reward, so maybe one week we'll get a goal. We'll get a decisive, in a sense, and help that out a bunch. And then our all-star lineup, I think there's a chance James Pantamis starts starting. Breza had a really bad game last week now. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they don't start him yet, but I think there's a chance in the future that they do. So, with that, I'm holding on to him. Dave Romney, okay week. I think it's a fine defender to have. Maybe I sell him. Maybe I keep going with it. Hwang Woo-Ki, kind of just a fill-in player. I was either him or Alex Moyle, and I started him. Then Corey Burke, who no, Corey Burke was the one who scored but is injured, so I decided not to start him. And then Zardes tends to come off the bench. Maybe he'll start. That's a tough decision in that sense. And then Antonio Carlos, as I mentioned. And then mixed lineups, there was a weekly lineup, but if we go to play for game week 254, and we go to the weekly lineups, it had to be rare cards. So I could not do it, unfortunately. With that being said, that is today's video. A pretty quick run through considering we combined both videos. But if we actually, let me show my trading lineup just to make sure I have everyone in here. Yeah, Alex Moyle was playing Real Salt Lake. I didn't love the matchup. I did contemplate starting Nicholas Seawald, but I didn't end up doing so in that nature. And Mason Toy, I think he could be a big forward for the team for Montreal, but I just simply... He's not back from injury. Hopefully he comes back, and I think that'll clear up my forwards issue if he does end up playing as I expect him to. But with that, I think that is that's the lineup building for today. Of course, we are entered into once again 3 limited competitions with the prize pool being top 500 for America. Top 2,375 for an all-star, and then top 1,050 for under 23. It's achievable. I don't necessarily think I'm going to definitely do it, though. So, with that being said, my final statement is that I have a lot of cards of value here. And I am thinking maybe selling a bunch. Now, not necessarily Ochoa, but maybe like someone like Dave Romney, maybe Corey Burke if he's up in value, maybe Alex Moyle, maybe James Pantamis as well, because I possibly want to build an under 20 or an America's rare lineup with 2 limited cards and then 3 rare cards, depending on who they are, depending on how much it costs. It could be a thought process of mine, maybe even selling Luke Browers. I've profited really well off him. Antonio Carlos, possibly. We will see. We'll see what my game plan for this sense is. But with that being said, I'm going to close out here. Have an excellent evening, morning, night, whenever you're watching. Peace.